Question. Question with some discussion ago, the native of was is now as one of the continents that still creates a heavy disc- discrimination regulation toward black people in the US at this time. The field of discrimination was believed by the Society of US as the ritual field that should be officially legitimate by the law of the government. But as the time goes by, the following of time, so worldly but sure, the Society of the United Standards of American was starting to realize in if there was something wrong with your fields. Some open indications that were content in a new media like newspaper, radio, television at the time have suggested to open the perspective of mind of the Society of American. And finally, some decades after that, finally the used standard of American has been becoming one of the most democratic countries in the world that really represent a field of diversity and never even tries to upload the field of the discrimination again as an official legitimate law in this government system. The transformation that happened in the US was not happen is just one night nor ever in 1 years of 5 years. Its equality took some decision for the sides of the US to transform the field of discrimination into the field of respecting disparity of purpose and rights in the country. One important more measure that we can get from this story in this society China drive fueled by themselves where there was never any imposition from other party or from the unit national as the country of the world. The unit national nation of the equality never interferes and just let the society to cause to stay with the field of discrimination of the transfer this field by transfer without have to be threatened by any punishment from the United Nations of the authority of the world. The transformation of the society in the US can be started to happen because in the first place it was committed by the society themselves. It was them who want to change their own field. That is why all the changes that happened in this country were successfully entered by all levels of society who supported and wanted to have the change. In closing, transformation can only be successful in this society or the individual himself who want to change the fields. Any imposition toward this society to change the field will only going to create and major sustainability in the future like what is currently happening in raw and the moment at the similar possibility of the personal would be also happen. The government for the such of stop smoking by treatmenting them to jail punishment. B. Clauses. Fundamentally, there are several classes of the argument that I'm going to analyze from this debate today. Whether or not Rehabilitative and rehabilitative approach is just failed to endorse a novel to reach to personal feel. Whatever or not the government should uphold and ration education by intervention by when the society shortage say basic right. Or should be government support in irrational education by deciding to just being the grant the social quest to reach the basic right. Which model of professional that will be inert and personal to the particle of the democratic country. Whatever a standard of human rights proceeded, they shall be universal by ushering and generation and equal treatment of field focalization to the level of social. A result a standard of human rights protection of the two ex individual by proceeding different treatment of field accommodation to each different social or individual. Let's analyze that first class. 1. What or not? Whether or not retributive and rehabilitative approach is just built to endorse and now fail to represent the person fields. We should say no, just because the government as the authority has the power to regulate law in doesn't necessarily mean the government has the legitimation to impose its social transform their field by ability categorizing the social view is itself and even a criminal field that should be discovered to get punishment in the jail and even needed to be rehabilitated by dominating the Saudi home and requiring the person to believe if their personal view is wrong and the view that is correctly being imposed and regulation by the government is the right view to be upset this regulation wrong and try on some money levels. Take an explain on when the fleets upon glacial force come the full content of American meat is some native tribal of Indian.